channel. On today's episode, I'm going to be making egusi soup. I mean egusi soup, a proper egusi soup. I know this is a soup that everybody knows how to make really well, but people know how to make them differently. So mine will be definitely different and it's going to taste just as good as it should taste. So guys, thank you all for liking my previous video. Thank you for liking and thank you for subscribing and all of that. I really appreciate you all. So guys, let's get into it. So guys, I'm gonna be using the fresh catfish, popularly known as point and kill. My goat meat is ready, my onion, my smoked fish, also known as oporoko. I also blended the dry prawns, crayfish, yes, those big ones, the dry ones, and also I have my yellow pepper and red bell pepper. Yes, I always add the red bell pepper as well, but I always prefer to use yellow pepper. The red bell pepper is just to add some color to it. And I have my Opeyin. A lot of people like to use Eru, but I love to use Opeyin. And this is my meat stock from my goat's meat. If you watch my previous video on my afang soup, you're gonna see that I removed the excess water from the meat stock and saved it in the fridge. Now I'm gonna use it for this egusi, and this is my Utazi leaf and my soft ever succulent pomo. Ooh, this soup is gonna give everything it should give, and obviously my crayfish, my egusi, and everything else. So guys, let's start cooking. This is my already washed catfish. How I wash my catfish is I boil hot water and use, and also with lime to take out every slime. Now I'm about to spice it. I added my Maggi Knorr chicken. That is what I use most times when I want to cook. I added a bit of salt to taste, and also crayfish. I added lots of crayfish because I wanted it to have this, pepper soup kind of taste. But the only thing that's missing here that I did not add is the pepper soup spice. Well, I'm not making fish pepper soup. What I want to make is egusi soup, so I don't need to put it inside. My gas is turned on. I'm going to put this aside. I'm going to slice my onion. Yes, I'm going to slice and slice and slice my onion. I don't know how you guys slice your onion, but I love my onions being in circular shape, and that was how I was doing it till I realized that I'm not blending it. I just need to chop and chop it and chop it and chop. I added my onion inside the already seasoned catfish and it's ready to boil. Yes, so this is every other thing. I have my egusi, I have my stockfish ready. The next thing to do is to add your oil to the pot, allow it to heat, and add your sliced onion inside. Yes, add your sliced onion inside, allow it to fry. You stir and stir and stir and stir and stir and stir and stir, and then the next thing you do is to pour in your blended pepper. I use the yellow pepper and the red bell pepper, and I also blended my Opeyin. In the beginning of the video, you're going to see Opeyin Igbo. Mostly Igbo people use Opeyin to cook. There are people who use this locust bean to cook. It's also very nice and it comes out really well. But I like to use this Opeyin. Oh my goodness, it has a very different taste and smell. So I always love to soak my egusi to break every lumps in it. I'm going to pour this water inside the egusi and stir and keep stirring, breaking up every lump and every lump. This is how I do it. I break up every lump. I stir for at least 2 minutes till it's smooth, and then I add my egusi inside the pot. Now this is it. There are people who put it in portions. They put the egusi in portions just like they're frying akara, but I just like to add mine and then stir give it a good stir. And after giving it a good stir, I poured my catfish stock, the water. I poured it inside and I kept on stirring and stirring. And from my afang soup, if you watch my previous video, this is the excess water from the goat meat stock. I added it and added my pomo, stir it. I don't always parboil my pomo. I put it in the soup like that. It has to done in the soup because this pomo are very, very soft. I put it in the soup so that so that it will submerge with everything. The whole taste will enter inside the pomo from the beginning. I added more water because it was too thick and it was already getting burnt. It was burning. I kept on stirring. If you're frying your egusi, you have to keep stirring consistently. You have to keep stirring to avoid it getting burnt. I allowed it to boil for a little bit, but trust me, I was still stirring. The next thing I added was my crayfish. I love crayfish a lot. Like, crayfish is my go-to spice. I love crayfish. I rather put lots of crayfish than extra Maggi cube. I kept on stirring, stirring and stirring and stirring and stirring. My egusi is already coming to shape. What I'm going to do next is I am going to allow it to boil. This is it. Can you see the face of the crayfish? Is already getting well. It's properly fried now, and it's getting better. Oh my god, look at the look now. Look at it. Now I love to use Utazi. Utazi is bitter, so not everybody likes to use it, but I love to use Utazi in place of pumpkin leaves or bitter leaf. Utazi is always very nice. It gives this very bittersweet taste. That's what I call it. It gives a very bittersweet taste. And that's it. I turn and stir. Oh god, this soup is, look at it now. From the look of it, in fact, video is not doing much justice to it, but I feel like this is a really good shot. After this, after adding my vegetable, guess what? I've not added my catfish because now it's going to pieces. So it's going to be the last thing I put. Ignore my nephew's voice, please. It's going to be the last thing I put inside. I've allowed it to boil. I added a little bit of water because it was extremely thick. This soup is going to be it's already rich. From the look of it, the face alone is giving everything a proper egusi soup should give. And now I'm adding my catfish. Oh my god, this is the time. This is the time. And yes, I also added my goat meat. There were goat meats remaining from the afang soup I made the previous day. Yes, I added it. The meat was more than the soup, so the meat was remaining while the soup finished. So I added the goat meat inside, and also more. Look at it boiling. Boiling. I love when my soup is boiling. Did you know that when your soup is doing on the fire, you are doing everything right. You are doing everything right. So now it's time to stir. I'm trying to be careful because I don't want this fish to pieces. I'm going to cry. This fish is very, very flexible. Oh my goodness. And this fish in the market is 2003. I don't know if it's expensive or if it's okay. My mom has a fish farm and her fish is quite bigger than this for that 2003. But guess what? I can't go to my mom's farm to get fish. Now my soup is ready. Taste check, everything check. This soup is giving everything it should give. And how do you serve it? Fufu is going. Eba is going. Wheat is going. Whatever it is going. Thank you guys for watching all my videos. Thank you for liking and subscribing. I love you. See your favorite girl, Rosella, with this.